All right, so today's video, we're watching a GM5 support on PC playing Moira. And they say this was a tough but fun game from start to finish. I'm a Moira one-trick with almost 1,000 hours on the hero, and I'm struggling to rank up anytime I hit GM5. The lobbies feel really fast that I end up in the wrong places a little too much. I'm in a unique position in my Overwatch career where I've really only ever played Moira on support, and I literally can't play anyone else without it being a throw pick. Do you think I should continue in your one-trick ways, or should you attempt to learn someone else? It's a good question. I think it's going to be up to you, honestly. But what I will say is this. There's a lot of ways to play Overwatch nowadays, so if you feel like you're afraid of learning, like, let's say, Kiriko or Lucio or something like that, like, say you just want to learn something else, right? I'm telling you right now, I have learned so many, like, I'm starting to use, like, Stadium as a way to learn characters I don't play a ton. I'm not even joking. Like, Stadium can be good for that. That's how my Lucio has gotten so much better, is because I learned from that. So basically the point I'm making is don't feel like you have to, like, learn it specifically in ranked when there's a lot of ways to learn those heroes and improve on them. I will say that Moira on this map can be tough dependent, but you also, like I said, you also say you play, Moira all the time, so I'm sure you have a good way to look at this here. Okay, good orb right there, the damage orb. We'll see. See how it goes. Glad you got the mac and cheese skin here. I'm kind of curious on something here. So far, you're doing something. You're doing fine, but I'm starting to notice something already, and I want to see if this continues. Yep. Waiting. Watch the heals. So far, everything's fine. You're a little bit aggro there. Get out. All right, good job. So far, everything's fine. Damage orb. Yep, you know that, though. Like I said, you play a lot of Moira, so then you can just self-heal on the ball, so you don't have to worry about that. Yep. Do the mac and cheese skin? Oh, I don't know if I should ruin it for everybody right now with the Mythic. Okay, backing away. So far, so good. Like, you've been playing fine. You're putting pressure out. Yeah, okay. I do want to point something out here. One of the things that you said in like your summary was that you felt like it plays fast, right? The lobby plays really fast. I don't think it's the lobby playing fast. I think you're playing really fast. Do you notice that when you're in the room, you're like moving your mouse around and trying to get really aggressive and do all this stuff? Like, truthfully, I think you're playing really fast. And once you slow the game down here, it's going to feel a lot better. So, yeah, well, the movement and all that's great. I think what's happening is that I'm watching the Moira. You're almost expecting it to play really quick. But one of the best ways to keep improving is when you slow the game down for yourself. And I'm noticing, like, you feel like you have to constantly just be doing something. Sometimes it's like, okay, just wait a second, chill, to not wide peak a high noon. Things like that, you know what I mean? So, I think that's more of what it is. Your ultimate, I mean, I think it was already over there. When you popped your ultimate, probably didn't feel like that, so. Yep. Morning, morning. All right, yeah, you're just gonna fall over there. Nothing you can do. That's one of those situations where I wouldn't even try to push past that once you lost the initial team fight. So you got to be careful on, like, it's okay to reset. It's okay to take another team fight. You don't have to run at the cart. You're good. All right, you have a hazard now. Again, and this is where, like, this point's gonna get a lot more interested, and I want to talk about this because I think this is gonna be everybody might have a difference of opinion on how to play this part of the point. But here's my point. If you're going to play a hero like Moira in this situation, one of the things that I would be really careful of is ended up in that heal body mode of this. I actually think at a certain point you have the capability to maneuver around the map a lot and be really annoying on Moira. And people are going to be like, you're telling a Moira to get into flank positions and all that? What are you doing? It's not really necessarily that. I just think that in this part of the map where there's so many ways to disengage and escape, that you could just like go up here. Imagine how annoying you could be on the high ground up here, just like right-clicking this Ana, throwing a damage orb down that lands over here. And in the meantime, your teammates are able to self-sustain and stay alive over here, right? So I definitely think there's a world where you can be a little bit more proactive in that way. Because if you end up getting stuck here, just like playing back here, your only value is going to be trying to keep your teammates alive, right? So again, I think you're still retaken, but I want to see how you play the rest of this round. Yep, there's Kitsune. Yep. I fell off the bridge ring alto a couple times. Listen, it happens. Oh, no, no resources. Don't even need to get him. Just put the damage over and back away. There you go. Good job. This resource management's been a little bit rough here. Yeah, you have the damage orb because the damage orb will give you those resources back, but it's still like only at half. It's very long. Nope. There you go. Yeah, you know what? Yeah, you're playing very safe at times, and I think that's where it might be. You kind of said you keep getting to GM5, and then everything kind of like picks up on pace. I think you're playing just a little bit too safe, because I think now that you've hit this next threshold that you keep getting to, you're almost like, okay, I don't want to lose it at this point. I keep losing GM5 or doing this. I think the problem is that you're more. I think you just want to play it very safe. And whatever was working prior, you might be straying away from. That's the kind of the vibe I'm getting from this game thus far. I could be wrong, but that's what it feels like. Is that you're straying away from how you normally play at times, and it's causing like I said, caused you to play scared a little bit, which I mean can happen. I get it, right? This is GM5. So like this is top 500 games, pretty much. Yep, healing orb's fine there. You had a whole team in front of you. That's good. Again, I want you to see how many times you're wasting your resources to the point where you're just stuck here doing nothing. I think you're really just over healing a lot here because you're playing so like kind of like just chill and not really going for anything that you're never able to get anything back here with your resources. Like you're basically draining all your resources by holding left click randomly all the time. Like watch, once you see them, you're gonna start holding left click. See this? Like I just watched 3 bursts of a left click that wouldn't have done anything there. I also want to point out here, as you climb in GM, right? One of the number one things that I had to learn to support, you know, because obviously as of right now, we're top 500 in every role. And on support, one of the things I had to pick up on and learn is that your tanks and the players in your team are going to be more self-sufficient. Like your team is going to be more self-sufficient. So if you find yourself trying to heal your hazard to 100 HP or 100% HP from 88% HP, your Kiriko can take care of that. The hazard can grab a health pack. You don't need to sit here and waste all your resources. This is also why I wanted to see you be a little bit more proactive around this part of the map where like it can be really annoying to deal with, because I think your resources would be good. You'd be able to do more damage, and I think you would feel less reliant on sitting here just healing your hazard. But I think you're just playing. I think you're playing too safe. I think that's all you're doing. Like you're just playing too safe. Okay, perfect. Now you're playing a little bit more aggro. I like this. Let's go. Well. Remember, okay, the mistake you made here, you finally did what we were looking for, and then you forgot that they have people on their team still. Don't run out of this room in a straight line. Just use your fade. Go either here to heck with the Wuyang, not recommended actually, or just fade out. You'll end up over here with your teammates. You have a hacked health pack. Your teammates are all here. They can all help. So, yep, just be careful there. Okay, perk-wise, looks like you got the further leap one. Which, I mean, that should enable that playstyle even more now if you get that perk, right? Of, like, doing those rotations. Yeah, you're just standing low ground. Like, this is not... I'm telling you right now, if you can adjust your playstyle to be a little bit more proactive into their team, rather than just get in this, like, heal bot mode, I think you're going to be just fine. I think you're just playing scared. It happens. I totally get it, because I think that's very common in ranked, where... when you get to a new threshold or like a rank that like you don't expect to be at, or like you just got to, you start to kind of stray away from what you normally do. At least that's what the vibe I'm getting. Yep. You basically are just kind of you're too afraid to go make a play. You're unsure if you should go and do something damage-wise, so you default to just ended up behind your team and just healing. And this is an easy adjustment, straight up. I think you'll be fine. again, as you climb, and now that you're in GM, your teammates will be more self-sufficient. If your tank is expecting everybody on the team to just pocket him 24/7, it's not. Your hazard will fall over. Okay, yep, there it is. Yep. These ults are an indicator. Thankfully, you can kill some of the mines, right? So that's good. But I think your ultimates have been a good indicator of that also. Yeah. Like the aggression, don't like the positioning. You did it. That's the second time that when you finally do start to feel confident in your play, you just going the wrong way. Again, you'll learn from that. Yep, you definitely hear and see the wrecking ball. Alien orb. Good ultimate there. All right. Yep. All right, good job getting out. Yeah. I mean, this is good news for you. This is clear as day. You just play too safe. I think you're so worried about that you've climbed that you're just like you don't want to make a mistake, so you just make a bunch of them because you're just playing way too safe. You're basically playing not to lose when you need to play to win. And I know that's a weird way to explain it, but that is it makes sense once you kind of get what we're going with there. Basically, you're just playing so safe that you're never giving yourself opportunity to make a play. So rather than kind of go and make an aggressive play, and maybe they pick you off, right? Like, the point I'm making is you're so afraid of doing that right now that you're just playing so passive that you're basically just sitting back and doing nothing. Good movement. I see the idea of the damage orb. Bounce it off the wall. Maybe we'll go there. I'm gonna act like I know where it goes, but I like the idea. More damage. Okay, good. Yes. Okay. Yep. Okay, what's your plan? You have no resources. What are you gonna do? You're gonna stand here with your Winston? You're gonna go for an aggressive play. I think the best thing you could do is start peeking up here, force him to look at you with an angle. There you go. Yes, there we go. Okay. Finally, chat. Finally. Yes. Oh. I'm so glad to see you do this. Because do you see the difference there? You're not sitting there just with your team, waiting on resources. You're going into the back line. You're being aggressive. You're not afraid to make a play. This is what you want to do. Now your resources are full. You're not too worried about your teammates as much. This is exactly what you need to do. That soldier gets you. Honestly, just a good play. I think you needed to settle for a second there. What I mean by that is I would have tried to stay alive around this area. Remember earlier when I said you were personally playing too fast? You played too fast. The aggression was great, but then you started to just run around the map in circles. I know the soldier shot at you, did a little bit of damage, but the point I'm making is you kind of ran away from the ability for your teams to help you because you were just so like, oh. Again, I don't want you to stray away from playing aggressive like you just were prior. I don't want that one, like, Cassidy limb on you to make you go and play hesitant the rest of the way. Because last time, we saw you play a little bit aggro. Oh, boy. And you got really hesitant afterwards. Let's not do that again. All right, here we go. You got out. Nice job. Okay, now we wait. Watching for heals. Good movement again. Okay. Yep. There you go. Same thing. Perfect. Go in with the Winston. Nice dive. Yes. I'm loving this aggression. Now. Yep. Perfect. You don't have to go for that cast. I would go for the Ana in a second if you need to. Or start damaging the Wrecking Ball a little bit. Okay. Don't ult just yet. You don't need to ult this. You're good. I don't think you need to ult. I don't. Okay. Let's talk about this. You just killed their tank, and no one on their team is remotely even close. Do you see what I'm saying? Like, look at what you're ulting. Look at where they are towards the cart. This is what I mean. You feel like you have to just like, and this is like the 5th ult I've seen you use just to keep your tank alive. You've already won the team fight. Why waste your ultimate here? Use it for a better team fight later on. Now, you could argue, there's an argument that could be made that you're keeping the momentum going, but I feel like your Winston would have been fine. Your Winston has ultimate. So, like, the momentum could have been kept going regardless of what this ultimate does. So, you get a kill. That's good, but look at that. So, Yeah, but I think the extra cart time part of that's why I went to the next step on that one. To what you were saying, because like you're Winston get ult that, and you're just gonna get the kill anyway. So you're gonna keep that momentum going regardless, is what I'm getting. And then you can use your ultimate for this part of the map to be able to do that, because I like the idea of the sight line here for the Moira ultimate, to be able to get that damage when you turn the corner here where the Winston's at. So it's just more along the lines of like, yeah, I get the vision, but I think it could have been done a little bit better. But now, if you haven't noticed, much more aggressive play here by the Moira. I'm liking it. Much more aggressive play. See what I mean? This is where I would have liked to have the Moira ultimate rather than the Winston ultimate here. The Winston just popped ultimate and fell over, right? But when you're over here and they're all spread, across the map, and there isn't anybody like really there to help, now the Winston finds that value. See what I'm saying? Here, you can Moira ult this. You have so many opportunities. You can even go for a flank. You can keep this sight line going here. Heck, you could even back up a little bit and start pressure on the stairs. It gives you more opportunity to make a play. That's all I'm saying. Yep. Yeah, I mean, your team just getting reset there, so good shots by them. Cassidy. All right, let's reset, see what happens next. Yep. Huge. Okay. Yep. Just this is the. I want to point out here, by the way, this is why this part of the map is really tough, and I wanted to see you be more aggressive when you were playing Moira here. Trying to like letting the team get across for free across this bridge is one of the worst things you can do on Rialto, and that's why I wanted you to see you do that on defense. Notice how like they're constantly pressuring you. You don't have the cooldown to be able to keep them alive. You're kind of on your back foot. This is what I wanted to see you do. Now on Moira, obviously you don't have the same range, but you can do something like that as they cross over, right? So. Wait for it. Oh, well, there goes your Winston. Didn't give time to reset. Okay. All right, yep. Their team's doing a good job. I mean, they're just keeping your team at bay. Now you can be aggressive. You can be aggressive here if you want. Otherwise, you have to wait. It worked out. You have a very safe ult play style, like very safe, like almost too safe. Damage orb up. It's still very winnable. Your teammate can Kitsune this, so I would prepare for a Kitsune. Don't end up playing too safe here though, because this Kitsune can be really key for your team. I would have to actually back away from that temporarily. Clear all mines. Your team's playing this correct. Your Winston can back away. Yep. So far, everything was played correctly here by everybody. I actually think you should stay here. For now. Cassidy's on high ground, so you need to make sure you back away here in a second. You don't want to get killed by the Cass. You're making the right decision going this way for now. That Wrecking Ball chasing you will not be the best play for Wrecking Ball, I don't think. I could be wrong. I just think you have too much self-sustain and you have Fade. So you can go to the health pack. Yep. Perfect. Notice how you weren't just sitting there heal balling your team. You kept the Wrecking Ball at bay. Then now you're able to come back. Your teammates have 4 limbs. Again, you see why I want you to be a little bit more, proactive and not just play so safe and scared when you're on Moira. Because you're going to get more value sometimes just doing that rather than sitting there losing all your resources healing your Winston. All right, go up there. Yeah, go. Send it. Go. Get up there. Don't be afraid to use Fade. That's okay. Good movement again. I know why I did the healing orb. The Winston just dropped out. Almost have your ultimate again. Okay, ready? Damage orb up. Okay, I get where you're going. You're just trying to bounce it off the wall. It will probably get somebody eventually. Stop spamming heals. Nope. Nope. Resources. Resources are good. You want to keep those. They can make or break a team fight. Thankfully, your damage orb's hit. Now the Wrecking Ball's going to give you free resources. You're good. Keep this momentum going. Throw a damage orb. Okay, never mind. Good call on the heal orb. That would have been a bad play. The Winston just stayed there. I thought the Winston wasn't going to take any more damage, so you damage up the right door to get your resource back, but then the Winston stayed there and you got damage. So you made the correct decision. Notice how this lack of resources has you at this opportunity to get a really good ultimate, but you don't have them just yet because you had to wait a little bit. So now they got full map control because of that, so there's a little bit better time, but you are... There you go. You're flanking. How much better of an experience is this right now when you're behind them making a play? Like, think about it. Oh, think about it. Even if you lose this team fight, like, think about how much better that vision is of you right there doing what you're doing. This has been great. This is exactly what I've been hoping for. This is exactly what you need to do. The other team's made a good play right now, so if you end up not getting this right now, that's just a good play by the other team. But you're doing so much more in that, like, 30 seconds than I saw you do for, like, half of defense. Nice shot by the Wrecking Ball. Like, you've done so much more in that amount of time, in my opinion. Here we go. Yep.
Let the Kitsune guide you.
Good kills by your teammates. Good job. You should be a free point for everybody. Yep. Damage orbit. Damage orbit. Yeah, I guess the healing orbit's fine. So that way, if anybody takes balls. Yeah, that's just like. Okay. Team, you have moments of playing the way that you want to play this, and it's nice to see. Okay, here we go. Nice damage orb. Okay. This is GM5, yes. Give us some heals. All right. I want to give you an opportunity here to make a fun play. All right? Your team's going to be fine for now. I think your Kiriko can take care of this. Don't be afraid to do something like this. Get over here and just start being annoying. Get up here, start being annoying. Remember you made it here last time on your other attack? You went a different path, but like get behind them up here and you are going to have free reign to just be annoying. And then now you have your perks. You can use your fade to get out back to your team. Like this is where you can make or break how this game could go. Or at least make it a little bit more easier. We'll see how you path and where you go to. I know you're going to feel obligated to heal. Again, look at your resources. You had no resources for a while there, all because you're just doing this. Thankfully, the Wrecking Ball's running right in front of your team because you wouldn't have any resources if this is the case. Just get your resources. You have a Kiriko too. And that Cassidy's going to thank you for that healing orb they can't use. All right, there it is. You just tap the cart. Yeah. You're playing too safe. It's all this is, and this is so fixable for you that you're gonna. It's gonna be. You'll see what I'm talking about. Once you fix this, you're gonna be in a much better spot. All right. Let's see how your defense goes. Maybe you can hold it. You never know. I mean, they held that corner too, so let's see what happens. Aggressive damage orb. Yeah, I like all your damage orb spots right off the wall for that 2% ult charge. Hey, we'll take it. Could add up. Don't sit here and waste resources. You did this last time. Like, you can heal your Orisa, you just don't need to, like... we'll see. You know, the healing orb play I like, just because you can sit up there. But if you waste your resources, then it gets a lot worse. Okay, back away, play the corner. See what you're trying to do. You've already used 50%. Back away. Like, I want you to look at your resource array. I'm going to pause. Think about everything that's happened in the sequence of what they're doing, and you literally have almost no resource again. This is what I mean. Your resource management has been really rough, but I think that goes back to what your playstyle's been. Like, I think the way that you're playing is causing that. Yep, right idea. Yes, there you go. They didn't get on the cart. You won. Good job. You ended up winning the game. Let's go. Look at that. Nice job. Okay, so just to talk about this very quickly. You said that you feel like when you get to GM5, like that's where you kind of hit this like wall. It's because you're adjusting your playstyle too much. You're exactly. I think that the best way to explain is you're playing too passive on Moira. I think you're so afraid of making a mistake that you don't do anything. Again, you make some positive plays, but you end up just doing nothing a lot of the time. So if you find that you're also like always resource starved on Moira, you're probably not going and finding the value you need to find. Listen, you have a Kiriko, you have an Orisa, there's survivability here. Your tank, for the most part, outside of one there, I think they were on Winston at one point. Even then was fine. You're just wasting your resources. Like, stop just spamming heals and just trying to keep people alive like that, because like they're fine. Like, when I say I'm not saying don't heal people to keep them alive. I'm saying like if they're at 85% HP and your reaction is to just throw like heals out at 85% HP over and over again, the amount of times that you had no resources when you needed them was really high. And I want you to look back at these moments where you went aggressive and what they did for your team. So point I'm making here, play a bit more aggro. Stop playing so safe, and I think you're going to see good results. I have a feeling you got to here by playing a little bit more aggro, and then when you hit GM5, you slow down your play style. Pick that up, and I think you'll be fine. I'm telling you. You got this. You absolutely got this. You like the video? Hit the like button, subscribe to the YouTube videos if you haven't, leave a comment, all that helps. You want to send one of your own spectatings in, my Discord's where you do that. Outside of that, you click the box in the bottom here, you'll see some really cool videos. So check them out. They're really good. And with that being said, hope you have an amazing day/night.